This is a demonstration of the Forrest Manufacturing Model 480P horizontal blade bandsaw. This is our lowest investment, most basic saw really, horizontal saw. The trick of this saw is, first off, that the blade return is below the table. The table in this model is a fixed table, so we slide the workpiece across the table to make the cut. This machine has air cylinder tension, that's the P in 480P. Currently running a 2 horsepower motor. The blade is is 1 inch wide, 3 tooth per inch, running at about 3,000 feet per minute. That's probably about the right blade for this material. The foam we're cutting today, medium density, I would call it, very stiff foam. The customer has asked us to split this piece in half. It's a nominal 1 inch thick. We're going to make 2 half-inch pieces out of it, less kerf loss to dust. The piece is a bit wavy. It may have been flat coming off the bun, but humidity, other effects, it's a bit wavy now. It's also a bit large for the table we have. This is a nominal 8-foot long table. The workpiece is, I'm judging, about 10 foot long, so we have too much material hanging out the end of the table. Ideally, for the best case for a 10-foot long workpiece is we'd have a 20-foot long table, or at least maybe 15, 14 feet. So we're getting by with something here. To get around the problem of the table not being long enough, we're just going to have 2 people operate it, one pushing, one pulling. The problem of the material being too wavy, we're going to partially alleviate by weighting it down a little bit. So we're going to set up a cut here and try to get a nice, smooth, even cut on this. I'll leave the zoom where it is so you can see the whole process. This is not the optimum way to make this cut. Ideally, we'd have either a bigger fixed table or a traveling table, but I think we can get a pretty good result with what we've got. It's going to be a little bit of a team effort here. Rick, would you turn on the dust collection, please? And the blade motor. My pusher box there, okay. Shane, ready? Okay, unfortunately we only have the one piece of material to play with today, so we've got our best first guess as to what the best setup's going to be here, but I don't have experience cutting this. Don't know how fast or slow it's going to cut. But let's find out. It's actually got a good amount of resistance to it. This is some pretty stiff foam. There's a bit of an art to this. If you try to feed the workpiece faster than the blade, 2x4 please, faster than the blade will take it, it'll suck up. There, this stuff's cutting slow. This is some very stiff foam. I don't have the specification immediately at hand. But I'm using a pretty aggressive blade, running at a good speed. And it's only taking it very slowly. Want to grab this roller stand for me? Probably take it to the other side. Thank you. Material is very sticky also. This would definitely want a traveling table. It's very sticky on the table. Maybe this is just 8 feet. Do you remember how long this table was? Was it 96? Okay, so this is an 8-footer. It has a very grabby, abrasive material. This wants to be a traveling table application. Yeah. Let me do the pushing. I'm gonna switch to the box. This is how I keep my fingers on my hands. Probably a good idea, thank you. If the customer does want a fixed table, another option would be an aluminum tabletop. I know for you people watching on YouTube right now, this must be something like watching paint dry. I didn't expect it to cut this slowly. It's a very tenacious chunk of material. That's why I use the pusher block. Let's see what kind of surface finish that we got here. Actually, go ahead and sit on the ground. We'll peel off the top sheet. Shane, would you grab the other end? And walk around this way. Let's take it in front of the camera. So that actually cut pretty nice. Let's see what we got here. There is definitely a bow to the material, but I think we got a pretty good result. Not the best setup for it, but the cut looks pretty damn good. I'll take some measurements and post them up. Do like 6 points around the perimeter, see how even we got, but I think that's a pretty good looking result. I'll prop it up here and zoom in so you can see. For our TV audience watching at home. So I believe the saw and the blade are the right tools for the job. The table is not the right table for the job, but I'm going to call that a good result. Tough material though. Thank you for watching.